My team and I have been making movies together for like 15 years, and we wasted so much time before we started doing this technique. It is the laziest and most effective way to make sure your project turns out as good as possible. We're going to take a look at a few shots from our movie Delivered. It's about a girl that gets caught up in a pretty scary situation out in the boonies with a man who is not very nice. It's one of my favorite projects that we've done so far. And the big reason why this turned out so well is not because of the acting, although it was good. It's not because of the lighting, although I like that as well. But it came down to the fact that we had the story planned out to where we can really engineer these scary moments that are so effective. See, what most people do when they have an idea for a movie is they write an outline, and from there they write a script, and then they make a storyboard. Then they get all of the shots planned out, and then when it's time to shoot, they have a nice to-do list. And that is a great way to do it. But what if when you got on set and you were ready to actually shoot your movie, you had already shot your movie? What? That's crazy. What are you talking about? You can think about this like if you're giving a presentation. If you've practiced the presentation a few times, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable actually giving the presentation because you've done it before. And no matter how much experience you have making movies, the truth is that until you shoot your movie, you've never shot that movie before. And so we decided, well, why don't we just get some experience early on every movie that we shoot so that when we actually roll camera with the real actors and the real lighting and everything, it's like the second or third time that we've actually done it. Now, if that sounds like a huge waste of time, I thought so at first too. You see this shot right here? Oh, this was the third time that we shot this shot. It was the first time we did it with Gwen, our actress. It was the first time we did it at night. It was the first time we did it in the rain. It was the first time we did it with the lights. But here we are a couple of weeks before we shot, shooting with the camera that we're going to use, this exact same angle, but with me standing in for our talent. And so we spent a lot of time actually crafting these shots and not just planning them out and storyboarding them, but actually shooting the whole movie and bringing it in and actually editing the entire film. Well, doesn't that sound like multiple times the work? It is some work, but something we've learned is that it doesn't take as much time as like perfectly storyboarding it. Think about how much faster it is to take a picture rather than draw a picture. You can actually shoot these things and kind of pre-make your movie. This is what we call shooting a run-through. And notice something, this isn't at night. We don't even have the right actress. We don't have any of the lights going. It's not raining. This is the same car that we're using for the film, but it doesn't have to be. We don't even have to use the exact same camera, although we had it laying around, so might as well. But this is such an underrated hack. Think about the freedom that you have when you can make your movie without any pressure. You can throw it together. The shots don't have to match. You don't even have to use the same actor. You're just using this to plan out the basic shots and the basic timing, and you put your edit together, and then you realize what you actually need to shoot in order to have a great story. I cannot tell you how many shots that we either cut or added, the time that we've saved actually shooting when we have the actors and the lighting and everything on the shoot day, because we had already tried this out a couple times. We'd already tried out different variations of these shots and kind of refined this a couple times before we're stuck with the footage that we have. What's great about this is you can play around with your story and you can add more shots. You can take shots away. You can do reshoots if you want to, and it's not a huge deal. You're just playing around making a rough draft of your film. It's so simple and nobody does it. The other really cool benefit here is if you have a rough draft, you can show it to your actors and the people on your crew so that everyone is on the same page and they know exactly what we're doing. And the more great communication you have with your cast and your crew, the better it's going to turn out. Not only that, but you're more confident and you're more relaxed when it's time to shoot, and that just does so much good stuff. Everyone's happier, you're more relaxed, and the project turns out better. And it's not that hard to grab an iPhone and mock up a couple shots and throw it into an edit and kind of make a rough draft. Why would you not do it? This is just one of the major workflow lessons that we've learned as a team doing this for a really long time. Speaking of workflow, every single video that you make is going to have to go through color grading at some point. And so if you're not comfortable and confident in your color grading workflow, that can be a big problem. That's exactly why I made the Simple Color Workflow Challenge. This is a 5-day live coaching event with me, and I'll show you the simplest, most stress-free way to do your color grades. There's a link down in the description below. If you get a VIP ticket, you get to come an hour early and ask me questions, and I'll help you with your projects. And it's a really, really fun time. Hey, share one big takeaway that you got from this video down in the comments to help you remember, help others understand the goodness. I hope you make a run through because it's really good. I like to make more run throughs because then my movies are good. That's the jingle.